Those were pictures that no Indian fan will ever forget. What a moment to be watching these young boys bringing home another title, and the perfect way to start your Sunday, then to get to know that your team has become the world champions at the under-19 level. Now remember, India have been the most successful team at this competition. This happens to be their fifth under-19 World Cup title. Yash Dhull and their boys, the only undefeated team in the tournament. They played 6 encounters, won all of those 6 matches, and that is what we are going to be celebrating. Joining me on the show is also going to be Harbhajan Singh, but now we're showing you visuals of all the 5 titles that India have won at the under-19 level. It all started way back in 2000 when you see those young boys in the white dress. That was a team that was led by Mohammad Kaif. They won the first under-19 World Cup title. Then what followed was the Virat Kohli team in 2008. A young Virat Kohli on your screens right now, as you can watch. The next title came in 2012 when Unmukh Chand was the captain, and title number 4 then came in 2018. A young Prithvi Shaw leading his team to that under-19 glory. That tournament was held in New Zealand, and now the tournament that was held recently in the West Indies. You could see the biggest picture on your screen right now are the current under-19 world champions, Yash Dhull, and the boys that did it and took the Indian team that far. So that has been an incredible journey for the Indian team and how they have been playing now. So India's performance, as we're saying, at the Under-19 World Cup has been incredible. Yash Dhull and his band of boys have entered record books with a stunning Under-19 World Cup campaign. Their crowning victory against England in the final came on the back of a wonderful bowling performance. Here's how the Indian Under-19 side etched their name in history.
Jacob Bethel.
That's a crushing blow for England.
And then Tom Prest.
Tom Prest drags.
India's Ravi Kumar wreaked havoc on England right from the word go. He removed England's top batsman this World Cup inside the first 4 overs.
Inside edge, ricocheting onto the stumps.
And then it was the Raj Bawa show. The Indian all-rounder ran riot as England kept losing wickets one after the other.
And the captain takes...
At 91 for 7, many expected England to fold very quickly.
Oh, what a ball! What a first-up delivery! Extra pace and Banks.
But their number 4 batsman, James Rew, fought back.
Enough for 4.
Along with his namesake, James Sales for company, he put together a crucial 93-run stand to give his side a semblance of hope.
His first in the World Cup and is the 3rd overall.
Rew on 95.
Rew looked good for 100 in fact, but on 95 he pulled one straight towards deep square leg, where Kaushal Tambe almost made a meal of it before making a dramatic recovery. Rew's wicket was like the final nail in the coffin for England as they lost their final 2 wickets in a jiffy, with Raj Bawa providing the finishing touches to complete a deserving 5-wicket haul.
Putting it in the corridor once.
His bowlers today.
In reply, India got off to a rocky start, losing opener Angrish Raghuvanshi for naught.
And that...
Harnoor and Sheikh Rashid then had with a much-needed partnership.
Many occasions.
But then a breathtaking catch from the keeper brought curtains down on Harnoor's knock for 21.
Bizarre method of dismissal, but had a...
Rashid on 49.
Sheikh Rashid and Yash Dhull then got together, and like in the semi-final against Australia, Rashid reached the half-century mark.
In the semi-final and now in the final.
But both Rashid and Dhull departed in quick succession, and England had the opening they needed desperately.
In the air, the field on it. Again, it's taken.
But Nishant Sindhu and Raj Bawa then quelled thoughts of an upset with a 67-run stand.
That's it.
Even though India lost Raj Bawa and Kaushal Tambe right towards the end, Nishant Sindhu stood like a rock.
2 hands, throws it up.
His unbeaten 50 and Dinesh Bana's maximums ensured India got over the line.
Brilliant half-century from Nishant Sindhu.
Celebrations ensued as Indian Colts were crowned champions of the world.
Streaming on. Prior to this game, it was 4 titles from 7 finals.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
The tricolor flying proudly.
Congratulatory messages have been pouring in for the under-19 boys, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted, "Extremely proud of our young cricketers. Congratulations to the Indian team for winning the ICC Under-19 World Cup. They have shown great fortitude through the tournament. Their stellar performance at the highest level shows that the future of Indian cricket is in safe and able hands." They came and they conquered. India's young guns showcased their cricketing prowess and how. Here, what the player of the match, Raj Bava, captain Yash Dhull and mentor VVS Lakshman had to say about India's glorious World Cup victory.
It always feels great to contribute for the team in any match, पर अब ये finals है तो it is very special. जो प्लान हमारा सर ने दिया था, टीम मीटिंग्स होती हैं उसमें जो भी प्लान था मैंने वही एग्जीक्यूट करने की कोशिश करी एंड इट वर्कड आउट फॉर मी.
प्राउड मोमेंट है सर, इंडिया के लिए हमने कुछ अपना अचीव करा है और टीम ने अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूट करा तो हमने अचीव करा इंडिया के. शुरू में डिफ़िकल्टी आ रही थी कॉम्बिनेशन के लिए, फिर सारे मिलके प्लान करा और उस हिसाब से फिर सारे एक फैमिली की तरह हो गए. सारे कोच सब ने अच्छा माहौल बना के रखा तो हमारा टीम स्ट्रेंथ बहुत अच्छा था. ग्रेट मोमेंट था हमारे लिए कि सर जुड़े, वीवीएस सर, ऋषि सर, साई सर, बाली सर, हर्षा सर, पूरे कोचिंग स्टाफ हमारा. तो बहुत सीखने को मिला हमें जो हमें आगे कैरी करेगा अपने करियर के लिए और सारे प्लेयर के इंडिविजुअली भी.
They won the Asia Cup and the preparation to this World Cup was fantastic. But in the middle of this tournament, we all know what happened to the boys, to test positive. But to show that kind of resilience and positive attitude was just exemplary. It's great to see the way they've developed, the way they've evolved over the last couple of months. So it's very exciting times for all of them. But it's just the start of their journey as a cricketer.
How lucky can these boys be being mentored by a great like VVS Lakshman? Earlier it was Rahul Dravid that was mentoring this team, and now you've got someone like a VVS Lakshman looking after them. No wonder the team has done as well as they did. Let's take a look at some of the outstanding performers for India. You might as well get familiar with these names because they are definitely going to be the future of Indian cricket. We're starting with Raj Bava. Now, he played 5 innings, got 252 runs, averaging an incredible 63, also picked up 9 wickets. The fast bowling all-rounder, player of the match in the final, made tournament's highest individual score also is his name, and India's best all-rounder in the winning campaign. Maybe the all-rounder, the fast bowling all-rounder that India are looking at. So these are India's 5-star. Let's take a look at captain Yash Dhull, who was also outstanding. Remember, he missed a few games because of the coronavirus. He was down with it, but then in the 4 innings he got 229 runs, averaging an incredible 76.33, got 150, 100. Outstanding performance by the Indian skipper who plays his cricket for Haryana and has been outstanding throughout the campaign with the kind of ease that he led the team, so much maturity while marshalling his troops, and not just that, with the kind of maturity that he showed with the bat. He's often being compared to Virat Kohli, and Yash Dhull has said it himself that he's modeled his game on Virat Kohli. He's his idol, and when you watch him play, you do get glimpses of Virat Kohli. We are showing you these 5 victories for the Indian team, 5 under-19 World Cups, by far the most successful team in the history of the tournament. The next in line is Australia with 3 under-19 World Cup. India was already the most successful team with 4 under-19 World Cups, but they've now extended their domination in this tournament. We're taking a look at all those 5 under-19 victories. It goes back all the way to 2000 when Mohammad Kaif was the captain. It was a team that he led, and under him were the likes of Yuvraj Singh, Ritinder Singh Sodhi. Those were the the players that played under him. And then after 2000 came the other victories that we're talking about, 2008 and then 2012, going on to 2018 and now 2022. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that extremely proud of our young cricketers. Congratulations to the Indian team for winning the ICC Under-19 World Cup. They have shown great fortitude through the tournament. Their stellar performance at the highest level shows that the future of Indian cricket is in safe and able hands. Okay, even as most of the nation was fast asleep, our correspondent Nitin Srivastava was present at Indian captain Yash Dhull's house when India were crowned under-19 champions. Nitin caught up with Yash Dhull's father as well as his coaches after the young Indian captain lifted the coveted trophy. We leave you with these celebrations for the moment, but plenty more coming up on this special show.
Big win for India in the Under-19 World Cup finals, and we have some really important guests with us, especially Mr. Vijay Dhull. Vijay sir, कितना बड़ा दिन, कितना बड़ा वक्त, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि मैंने आपसे पहले भी बहुत बारी बात कर रखी है और काफ़ी हार्ड वर्क आपका भी रहा है इस जीत के पीछे।
ये मतलब एक जो ड्रीम ट्रू वाली बात होती है, आज एक बहुत बड़ा ड्रीम था हमारा सभी का कि इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप जीते और आई थिंक बच्चों ने वो करके दिखाया है, तो हम सभी बहुत खुश हैं आज।
बहुत खुश होंगे भी, क्योंकि परिवार का जो सपोर्ट होता है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है और जिस तरीके से आपने यश की काबिलियत को समझा, सही वक्त पर उसको एक ऐसी एकेडमी तक पहुंचाया जहां पर उसको क्रिकेटिंग के जो गुण है वो सीखने को मिले। आज एक पिता के तौर पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे यश से और पूरे देश से जो इस वक्त यश की और इस टीम की वाहवाही कर रही है?
देखिए, मैं यश से और पूरी टीम से यही कहना चाहूँगा कि आपको इतना बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म जो मिला है और आपने जो एफर्ट्स करे हैं, आगे लाइफ में इसको आपको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करना है। ये आपको चीज़ें मिली और ये इंडिया के अंदर ये लेवल पे और आपने जो हासिल किया है ये बहुत मतलब कोई छोटी चीज़ नहीं है। आपको पूरी टीम को प्राउड फील करना चाहिए और पूरा कंट्री आज प्राउड फील कर रहा है और मेरी बहुत शुभकामनाएं हैं फ्यूचर के लिए, आप सबके लिए
बहुत शुभकामनाएं हैं, ये विजय सर कह रहे हैं। लेकिन एक बात और ध्यान में रखनी होगी कि हम 5वीं बार वर्ल्ड कप के चैंपियन बने हैं। इससे पहले 4 और बार जो है हम ऑलरेडी इस ताज को अपने नाम कर चुके हैं। यश की इस कामयाबी के पीछे जो है एक और आदमी का हाथ है, जिसने बचपन से यानी 10 साल की उम्र से यश को क्रिकेट के वो बारीकियां सिखाई हैं। हमारे साथ हैं प्रदीप जी, जिन्होंने यश को बहुत सारे जो है वो गुण सिखाए हैं। प्रदीप सर, एक गुरु के लिए जो है इससे बड़ा मौका नहीं हो सकता है।
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है, एक गुरु के लिए इससे बड़ा मौका नहीं हो सकता। पहले तो एक बच्चा आता है, जैसे आप ये देख रहे हैं छोटे छोटे बच्चे, ये सभी इस उम्मीद से आते हैं कि हम क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, यहाँ कुछ करेंगे, दिल्ली खेलेंगे। उसके बाद दिल्ली खेलना, इंडिया खेलना, लीड करना, लीड करके टीम जिताना, ये बहुत बड़ा बात है हम सब बच्चों के लिए, पूरी इंडिया के लिए। और ये जितने बच्चे खेल रहे हैं, बच्चे इसमें खेले हैं, ये इनकी ज़िंदगी का बहुत ही अच्छा पल है और ये अपना एंजॉय करेंगे थ्रू आउट देयर लाइफ।
बिल्कुल। आपके हिसाब से आज इस मैच में प्रदीप सर क्या कुछ ऐसा था जिसने इंडियन टीम को जो है एक अलग एडवांटेज दे रखा था? हम ऑलरेडी अनबीटन थे, हमने जो है छोटा बैड फेज भी देखा था जब टीम को जो है कोविड के दौर से गुजरना पड़ा था, लेकिन वो मोरल, वो कॉन्फिडेंस, वो सब कुछ था। और आज जब हम उतरे, हमने कोई मौका ही नहीं दिया।
ये बहुत अच्छा एक टीम ऐसे यूनिट बहुत अच्छा खेली। थ्रू आउट एशिया कप हुआ, वर्ल्ड कप हुआ, पहले मैचेस लीग हुए, फिर नॉकआउट आए। ये बड़ा अच्छा दिख रहा है कि इनका टीम का जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज है बहुत अच्छा है। ये एज ए यूनिट बहुत अच्छा खेल रहे हैं और सबको अपना अपना गोल पता है कि मेरा गोल क्या और मेरा क्या पार्ट है इस टीम को जिताने के लिए, और वो सब फुलफिल कर रहे हैं। और लग रहा है कि ये अच्छी टीम है और ये बच्चे आगे आने वाले टाइम में अपने फ्यूचर में अच्छा करेंगे।
बिल्कुल। अब IPL की बारी है और मुझे पक्का यकीन है कि जो सेलेक्टर्स हैं या फिर जो फ्रेंचाइजीज़ हैं जो ये देख रही होंगी कि हमें किन खिलाड़ियों को लेना है, आपको क्या लगता है यश के लिए ये कैसा होने वाला है?
ये बहुत अच्छा रहेगा क्योंकि जो यश का इनिंग था साउथ अफ्रीका वाला और ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला, जो उसने 70 रन के बाद जो 100 बनाया, जो 30 रन जो उसने बनाए और उसके फील्डिंग करी, साउथ अफ्रीका के साथ मैच था, जो उसने कैच पकड़ा और क्रूशल कैच था और उस कैच से हम लोग मैच जीते। उसकी फील्डिंग, उसकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज और उसकी बैटिंग, उसको अच्छा प्राइज़ मिलेगा आईपीएल में। और मुझे लगता है कि इसके लिए 3 या 4 टीमें जरूर उसको अपने तरफ टीम में रखने के लिए इसको वो करेंगे, ऑक्शन में लेके आएंगे।
और हम उम्मीद भी करते हैं क्योंकि जिस तरीके की परफॉर्मेंस यश की रही है अभी तक, वो कहीं ना कहीं अलग अलग फ्रेंचाइजीज की नज़र में होगी। हमारे साथ मयंक भी हैं। मयंक, आपने बहुत वक्त गुजारा है यश के साथ नेट्स के अंदर में, आपके लिए कितना बड़ा मौका और क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे आप?
मैं सबसे पहले इंडिया टीम को और यश को कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन बोलना चाहूँगा कि आज हम 5वीं बार वर्ल्ड कप अंडर-19 चैम्पियन हुए हैं। काफ़ी अच्छा मूवमेंट है इंडिया के लिए, हमारे देश के लिए और हमारी एकेडमी के लिए कि उसने हमारी एकेडमी को रिप्रेजेंट किया है। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि सारे प्लेयर्स अपना 100% दे के खेले और आज हम 5वीं बार इंडिया अंडर-19 चैम्पियन हुए।
So as you can see the excitement, the enjoyment of these kids. Yash Dhull, who exactly started his cricketing journey from this ground, is now world champion. So it is the 5th time when Indian under-19 team has lifted the World Cup trophy. With Vijay Anup, Nitin Shrivastava, India Today.
It's lovely to see those young kids celebrating. Remember, by the time that victory came India's way, it was well past midnight, close to 2 a.m. in the morning. Yet those kids were up looking at their, young stars lifting that World Cup. And I'm guessing this is the kind of inspiration you need with those youngsters that were watching. And these could be your future stars. When you look at some young players do so well at the international stage, that inspires the next generation. And I think some of those young kids that were celebrating would be that next generation that could be taking on to the world stage. Joining us live right now exclusively is Harbhajan Singh, someone who played the Under-19 World Cup himself way back in 1998. That team was a star-studded team. There was Harbhajan Singh there in that team. There was also Mohammad Kaif. There was also Virender Sehwag. But Harbhajan, firstly, as a sport fan, as a cricket fan, when I take a look at this young team, the way they perform, the first thought that comes to my mind is that the future of Indian cricket looks secure. You, as a former player, someone who's played the Under-19 World Cup, someone who's represented the Indian team, do you also feel the same? The future is secure?
Yes, most certainly. When you win championship like these, obviously it motivates not just those guys who won the cup, but obviously generation next as well. It motivates everyone to do something special in their life, and this is a great victory. I would like to congratulate Team India, VVS, Lakshman, and everyone out there in Antigua who made us all proud. And of course, I was glued to my phone and checking the score because it was midnight. I was like, okay, 189 we need, and it should be done. But I think in the end, it was great performance by the team. It was brilliant to see, people, doing what they love doing, and India becoming champion for the 5th time. It's just a great, great thing. And yes, future of Indian cricket is very, very secure by looking at these youngsters.
I'm just looking at these youngsters, and a lot of folks who are joining us live on this program may not know that a lot of players that were performing very well in the quarter-final, semi-final and the finals were down with the coronavirus. Harbhajan, you've just recovered from the coronavirus. I remember having conversation with you where you said it really drains your body out. Imagine these young players contracted the virus in the middle of the tournament and yet bounce back to play those quarterfinals, semi-finals and final and perform so well. So tell us about the physical challenges they must have faced, the mental challenges they must have faced, and then to go past those hurdles and lift this title. What does that tell you?
See, obviously, it's about committing yourself to a goal, and they all committed to it. They wanted to win, and of course, when we talk about soldiers, they put their body on line and, do, special things for their country, and this is obviously a great, great thing, what they have done, recovering and coming back and playing and performing and winning the cup for India. It's amazing, kind of a feeling, and I can only just tell you, but I'm sure, I can get into that zone and understand, what they must be feeling, being a world champion. And it must have been a very tough time, fighting with COVID and thinking that I might not get a chance to play in the tournament. And, to keep them motivated, I think sports staff, someone like VVS Lakshman must have done a great job, to keeping them in that frame of mind to be positive whenever they get, fine with this virus. Just go out there and do what you love doing. And it hats off to all of them, who got this COVID and still went on to play and went on to win the cup for Team India. This is brilliant, outstanding. It means that champion can beat anything.
Right, incredible performance, as we're saying, from that stage where they barely had 11 players to take the field and then to go on and win this particular title. Harbhajan, out of all the players that you've seen, I know when you win a cup, it's a team effort, and we have seen with this team, some player or the other step up on a different occasion. But who are the players that have caught your eye? I know there are a couple from Punjab as well. There's Harnoor there. There's also Raj Bawa, whose family has a lot of connection with Punjab. His father also spent a lot of time with Yuvraj Singh. But certain players that caught your eye?
Well, obviously, Nishant Sindhu is someone, I saw his innings. It was brilliant. And of course, Harnoor is very, very good. He's someone, I'm sure, going forward, he'll be playing for India. And there are a lot of youngsters, Bawa, you spoke about, his spell was amazing. Ravi was brilliant with the ball. I think it was combined team effort and captain himself, scoring 100 in the previous game against Australia was a big plus. So there are a lot of players that have done well. When you win championship, you can't just win with one player. I think credit to all the players. They have done a great job. I think we'll be seeing them a lot on screen and playing for India. Going forward.
Okay, that's right. Harbhajan Singh, thanks so much for joining us. And also Harbhajan's generation had a major role to play because they must have inspired the next generation, the likes of Virat Kohli. It's Virat Kohli's generation that has inspired this generation. And then also you must remember Harbhajan's former teammates. First it was Rahul Dravid that was looking after this under-19 batch. Now another former teammate in VVS Lakshman is looking after the current batch. And clearly that experience has really worked for this under-19 team. Many said the calmness which the current Indian under-19 team was playing was reminiscent of someone like a VVS Lakshman, because he was there alongside this Indian team throughout this campaign. Harbhajan, thanks so much for talking to us, and it is a special day for all Indians. After all, you've won that 5th world title, the most successful team in the history of the tournament. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have on this particular special edition of the Bulletin. We were celebrating the young champions that have lifted the 5th World Cup for India. Thanks so much for watching.